Hello and welcome to the HVAC Diaries. My name is Jessica and I'm a refrigeration and air conditioning apprentice in British Columbia, Canada. I work with my family, with my dad and my brother, at Cool Refrigeration, where we specialize in commercial and industrial refrigeration and air conditioning. Today is Saturday, November 27th, and this is my weekly vlog. This week was an interesting one. It was a good one. Well, it started off badly. We started off with a dead truck battery on Monday morning. So, a minor hiccup in the road, we got it sorted out, and off we went. Our first job was at a metal anodizing and plating place. They've got a bunch of different tanks of liquids. I know nothing about them. I think there's probably an acid bath or an alcohol bath. One of them has to be cooled to 16 degrees Celsius, which is actually pretty warm. So in order to achieve this temperature, they've created a stainless steel coil. They've used a condenser for like a mini split system, like an air conditioner, to achieve this 16 degrees. The coil seems to be leaking. Maybe whatever's in that bath has been eating the stainless steel. We're not quite sure. So we had to remove the coil for them to repair it. And basically all that meant was to pump the system down and to undo the flare connections, let them do their welding thing. Then my dad went back the next day and reinstalled the coil for them. After that, we went to a mobile catering truck on a movie set. I don't know what they were filming, but they were at a church. They've got a cooler on board and their compressor was short cycling. The reason was because of the cold temperatures outside. It was around 3 degrees Celsius on Monday. So what's happening is the cooler inside, the evaporator is like, hey, we're not cold enough. Compressor, let's get cold. So the compressor turns on and off they go. And because the air is cold outside, the fan that's blowing over the condenser coil, the condenser is like, hey, no, we're cold enough, please stop. So the compressor stops. And the evaporator's like, no, we're not done yet. Cool me, please. So the compressor starts, and the condenser's like, no, we're done. Anyway, it's this whole short cycling situation. And how we fixed that was we installed a fan cycling pressure switch. Basically allows the compressor to run without the condenser fan motor running at the same time, all the time. They're supposed to work together. But this pressure switch allows the compressor to run while the condenser fan motor is not running. So it's able to build up a bit of pressure to satisfy the evaporator before the fan kicks in and cools it down. Hopefully that's not too confusing. I do want to say that the washrooms, the porta potties on movie sets are always so fancy. They're my favorite to use. After the mobile catering truck, we were called to a pizza place. They've got a prep cooler where they prep all their pizzas before they go into the oven. That was just not getting cold at all. It was sitting at 20 degrees Celsius. And the problem was super evident when we checked it. There was a major refrigerant leak on the condenser coil. So my dad repaired it by brazing the coil and it seemed to hold. We have asked the guy to just monitor the temperatures over the next few days and let us know if it doesn't cool down. Tuesday morning started with a site visit to a place that makes keto cookies. You guys, this place smells heavenly. Oh my goodness, it's like sugar heaven in there. They have a rooftop unit that they have to replace. So we are just doing a little bit of a site visit to check it over, get some information, and so we can put a quote together for a unit replacement. Then we went over to the other side of town. We were subcontracted by a mechanical company to commission a residential mini split unit. There's this house that's under full renovation. They've installed this mini split unit. It's a Daikin, and they need us to commission it. There is no power to the unit. There was not even power to the main electrical panel. So we drove all the way there and we couldn't do anything with the unit. It's just really disappointing. And I'm going to rant about that later. Our last job on Tuesday was at a gym in downtown Vancouver. This gym is about a year old, and they have some pretty significant water leakage problems, or it's not really leaking, it's condensating problems. And we think the problem lies with the fact that perhaps somebody underquoted on the job and installed non-insulated ducting. It's just so frustrating to be in this field knowing that people undercut their bids, they undercut their quotes to get the job. They install the stuff, and then a year later, the tenants or the company having this work done has to fork out so much more money to fix it after the fact. Now that all the ducting is in place and everything is in place, there's walls and ceilings, now they've got to insulate that ducting, and it's gonna cost them so much more now than it would have to do it properly. All right, that was another rant. Wednesday was my office day. It started with a call with a manufacturing company for a possible collaboration with them, so that's pretty exciting. Then I had my Women in HVAC Canada board meeting. I was invited to the headquarters of Haven IAQ. I am so impressed with this company. They have created this little indoor air quality controller and monitor. Everything is made right here in Vancouver. They've got an office in Gastown. I got a full tour of their production line. Every single piece of equipment that they have, that they send out, is programmed, calibrated, and tested right here in Vancouver. And I just think it's the coolest thing. On Thursday, we replaced an A coil in an attic. Something we definitely do not do. We're not familiar with working in attics, and in order to do this, we had to remove the little springy staircase that goes up to the attic. We had to remove it completely so we could get the coil out and the new coil back in through the hole. We got it done. On Friday, we were subcontracted by that same mechanical company, this time to commission an air conditioning only unit at a house. It's interesting to see how other companies work, how their workmanship is. In other news, I had a birthday this week. I am 1 year older and 1 year wiser. Yeah, we'll go with that. Also, I officially became a brand ambassador for Timberland Pro footwear. And I am over the moon. I'm so excited about the boots they sent me. And I'm going to put them to the test because we are having another weather event in Vancouver. 3 more atmospheric rivers for the next week. We have never seen rain like this. And I'm talking about Vancouver. We are Raincouver. Thank you for watching this episode of the HVAC Diaries. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.